Why you gotta be up here with me? I cannot believe this is still here. This is the old air conditioning unit that I carved my freaking name into, and it's still there. Look. I remember sitting back here and thinking, oh, if you kind of push this to the side, you can kind of make it function less efficiently, but you can also leave your mark.
It looks like it says Matt plus Rhett.
No, it said Matt. I think it said Matt plus somebody.
And then, I can't believe you never got in trouble for it.
And it's, well, yeah, because you know who did it. Rhett.
At a Baptist church, you have a thing called a baptismal, which is a
pool of water. We were both baptized in this baptismal. This may just be in my mind that he would open like this. You put your hand on your nose.
Put my hand on it.
That's it, that's the action.
That's it, and then you're signed, sealed, delivered. So if you see the balcony, that's where once our parents allowed us not to sit with them, that's where we would sit with all the Campbell University College students, the cool spot. And then the preacher would be giving a sermon, and you're supposed to be quiet. You're supposed to be attentive. And maybe it looked like we were writing notes like you would in a class. Like, oh, that's a good point.
Yes.
But really, we were just writing deep thoughts for comedic emphasis to each other. Once you start laughing but not allowing yourself to laugh, it just makes it worse and worse and worse.
We had a lot of laugh attacks.
We were about to explode with like laugh attacks. Hand it over.
I often look forward to receiving letters because everyone who writes to me thinks I am a deer. I like to think of myself as a majestic buck with huge antlers that look like a hat rack until I get run over by a semi. This is exactly the kind of thing that you would write. Not really that funny.
Right.
Doesn't really make sense.
Right.
Doesn't really have a punchline.
Right.
All right.
That's decent.
This is exactly the kind of thing that I would have written to you.
Yeah. I met a man in the park today. I threw a stick and he brought it to me. He chased squirrels. He peed on a bush. Come to think of it, I'm not sure that was a man.
Okay, this is the scene of the most scandalous thing we ever did in Bowie's Creek, Link.
And it was your fault.
Okay, well, you may see it that way.
So we were bored one day and we went inside and made our way onto the roof to have some fun.
And it turns out the roof is completely covered in little rocks, which we then proceeded to throw onto passing cars. As you can see, they just make such an easy target.
I don't know that we threw the rocks at traffic.
We
just threw them down.
Well, I can safely say that we did not contact any vehicles.
Yeah, of course not.
We didn't hit any vehicles. I mean, I was trying like crazy to, but I was not able to make contact with any passing vehicles.
So when we got in the stairwell, we noticed something very inviting.
Can you imagine what two 14-year-old boys would think when they saw that?
Go.
Then we got up here and we,
Step on my foot. And then I would...
That was your foot? It felt like your hand.
It was my hand.
There's a lock, dude. There was no lock in 1992. There was no lock up here. Just step on a different rung, man. Oh, put some pressure on a different foot. What the heck, man? Why you gotta be up here with me?
So I'm gonna take full credit for that lock being on there. That's because of us.
Yes. Mermaid Point. One of the classic stories, Link and I were upstairs in my room just making a bunch of racket. I think you probably wanted to come up a few times and say something, but you waited until it had really gotten to you.
Intolerant.
Do you know the game that we were playing?
No.
I don't know how this happened or why it happened, but Link and I we had that little Nerf ball in my bedroom, and we would sit across from each other with our legs spread and throw it at each other's nuts.
Small target.